Hey guys, Yutasai here. So today I'm going to be talking in this video about how to end procrastination and become more productive in your daily life to achieve better things, to become more successful and all those things. How can we stop getting ourselves to stop procrastinating? And so first, giving an overview of procrastinating, a psychological definition of procrastinating is that we understand that it's not the right thing to do to become productive, but we still give in to those temptations of the present and put all the stuff that we need to do in the future. And that's what procrastinating is. Why do we do this? Because, well, we want to feel better in the present instead of in the future. So we put all those things in the future. And what the general like loop of procrastinating is, you procrastinate, you put all the stuff that you need to do back. Once you're done procrastinating, once you're satisfied, once you've finished that Netflix show or whatever, then we feel bad about ourselves. We feel bad that we didn't do whatever we needed to do, and just gave in to the temptation. And then now we start hating ourselves because we think it's a personality problem, and we think it's something that we needed to do. And in that loop, we just start hating ourselves and becoming less, having lower self-esteem, hating ourselves more, and basically reducing our chances to become more successful in the future. So that's exactly why, and we also want to be productive, right? So I'm going to introduce 4 techniques to you. 2 are environment-based, and the other 2 are kind of psychologically, personal psychology-based. And all these things that I'm going to talk about are backed up by psychological evidence, and it was written by Caroline Adams Miller in her book called Getting Grit, the evidence approach to attaining grit. Yeah. Anyways, all right. So the first technique is put down all those procrastination tools and put it in whatever box, or put it somewhere else so you won't even see it. If you have a phone, and if your phone is the basis of your procrastination, you watch Netflix there, you watch YouTube there, you do Instagram, whatever. Put that away. Put that somewhere where you can't even see it. And yeah, put it away. Put all those stuff away, and hopefully just make whatever or wherever room you're in have only a computer or whatever work thing you need to do. That itself is, we're just skipping that willpower process in that already. We're not even gonna think about not being productive. Our only option is to be productive because that's the only thing in front of us right now. And it actually works. Just make your room more simple. Make it so that there's less things to be tempted to do or be distracted by. So your only thing becomes the computer in front of you or the textbook in front of you. And it works out. All right, so that's environment-based, right? And then number 2, another environment-based technique we can do is the 20-second rule. Make the things that you need to do to become productive, make that make that more faster. So make it so that to do whatever, it takes 20 seconds less than your normal time. So an example would be, so if you need a computer to stay productive, then once you sleep, okay, so you're gonna sleep and you're gonna have to wake up and then start working the next day. Then instead of putting that computer away and putting it in your bag or whatever, just keep it open on the table, so you don't have to go through that process in the morning. And so just take out that one step, take out those 20 seconds, and then so that makes it easy for you. And now do the backwards process. Make the things that make you procrastinate, make those 20 seconds, make those take 20 seconds, probably more, the more the better, I would say. Make those 20 seconds or more harder to do. So if you have an iPhone, then put it in a lock where it takes 60 seconds to, I don't know, unlock, and you'll be less intrigued to do that. Even though it's only 20 seconds or 20 seconds, a little bit, even up to a minute, it's very effective in that it just makes just make your environment easier for yourself to commit to whatever you need to do to be productive, and make the procrastination stuff, make it as far as possible from your domain, and it's surprisingly easier. All right, so those are the 2 environment-based techniques, and for the other 2, number three is the 10-minute rule. So the hardest part to becoming productive is only the first step. Once we're in our like productive mode, or like once we're doing homework, we're very less likely to stop and then do other things. It's not impossible to do other things, but it's like once we get in our zone, then we're not gonna really our chances of being distracted is less. So this 10-minute rule is, all right, so now you're thinking about procrastinating, or now you're thinking about doing homework or being productive. If you feel that way, then just for 10 minutes, dedicate yourself to being productive. Put a timer on, put your watch on, and just measure 10 minutes, and then just don't stop working until that timer goes off. And then by the time the timer goes off, you're gonna be like in that mode already. So you're gonna feel very much less initiated to do other stuff like watch YouTube, and those other things. And if you do, then just put another timer on, like for 3 minutes. You can do whatever you want for 3 minutes, and then once that timer goes off, go back into that 10-minute rule and just redo the whole process again. And someday you'll get used to it, or sometime that day you'll like just start like, okay, I'm only gonna do work now. And a more productive technique is just the Pomodoro technique. It's not really one of the 4 things I'm gonna introduce, but it's basically just study for 25 minutes, and then for 5 minutes, do whatever you want to refresh. The best way would just be to meditate and like focus on your breath for 5 minutes, and that gives you like a refreshing focus level. So it just keeps going like that instead of going down and losing your focus as time goes on. Which, yeah. And now number 4, the last technique is the if-then rule. This is the most strongest technique once you attain it, I feel like. It takes around like 2 weeks to a month to attain. It's basically if whatever condition, then action. Do that. So if you think about procrastinating, then do something productive. Is the extreme term. The condition can be anything in your environment. So if it becomes 5 a.m., then wake up. If class is over, then meditate for 5 minutes. If I don't know, if school is over, then do homework for 3 hours or something. By keeping those if-then statements, you're kind of coding your brain to not have that middle part, right? That like thinking, should I do that? Should I do this? It's already, if this happens, then you have to do that. That's the only thing you can do. So by taking out that middle part, that's very favorable to the brain. The brain wants to do as less work as possible. And you can look that up in the evolution theory. We're kind of coded to become as lazy as possible, and so our brain really doesn't like to think too much. So that's exactly why this if-then rule is perfect for the brain. And so I feel like it's really good. So that's all I had for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed. Leave some likes or comments below, and I'll watch them. All right, I'll see you guys next time.